A lawmaker is pushing a bill that will send teachers to jail in Colorado.
A man is caught after killing 4 people at a Waffle House.
And a UNLV football player is awarded a magical gift.
Studio G starts right now. Welcome to your 12 o'clock newscast with Studio G. I'm Tessa Cardwell.
And I'm Chase Christensen. Colorado Senate bill seeks to punish striking teachers. CNN reporter Sally Mamdouh has more on the bill.
Go on a strike, go to jail. That's how Republican State Senator Bob Gardner's proposed bill is punishing teachers for leaving their job.
Yeah, during school hours, they're employees and they have our children in their classrooms, and they're expected to teach school and not to bring their political positions and views into the classroom.
Gardner says the bill has been on his mind for the last decade, but the recent teacher strikes across the country pushed him to bring his proposal to the Capitol in hopes of averting strikes from spreading to Colorado. If passed, the bill would fine or put a teacher in jail for up to 6 months. The bill also allows for districts to immediately terminate the teacher without a hearing.
I don't think most Coloradans and most representatives look at the problem and say the best solution is to put teachers in jail.
Democratic candidate for governor Mike Johnston, who's a former teacher and an education advisor to President Obama, says the bill is the wrong solution to the state's ongoing school funding problem.
What we have is a school system that's one of the worst funded school systems in the country, which means we have teachers that have some of the lowest pay.
Johnston says the bill also threatens freedom of speech, but Gardner sees it differently.
I mean, it's absurd to assert that because they cannot go out on strike from a public employer that they don't have a right to speak.
Gardner says punishing employees for going on a strike has been done before in Colorado. By law, it's considered a misdemeanor if a state employee goes on a strike. And as far as voicing discontent, Gardner says teachers' union in Colorado is vocal.
I think if our teachers had such a powerful voice, we would have schools that were better funded right now.
Since we've posted this controversial bill on our Facebook page, many of you gave your opinion opposing it. And Andrea said, I'm in education and make $12.50 an hour as a teacher's aide until I finish my degree. I have little to no benefits, and I do it because I have a passion to educate our youth. This is so sad, but I could make more working in fast food.
The man accused of killing 4 people at a Nashville area Waffle House is now in custody. Travis Reinking's arrest was a day-long manhunt. Police say he fired off an assault-style rifle at the restaurant early Sunday morning. The 29-year-old sat in his pickup truck for a few minutes, then got out naked except for a green jacket and shot 2 people outside the restaurant. Officials say he continued the rampage inside the restaurant, killing another 2 people. He ran off after a customer wrestled his gun away.
You have to either react or you're gonna, fold. And I chose to react because I didn't see any other way of me, living. And that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to live.
We are learning more about the 4 victims killed. One of those victims was 23-year-old Aquila da Silva. He was critically wounded and later died. Da Silva's mother says he was a student pursuing a career in musical engineering and music videos. 21-year-old Debony Grooves was also identified. Grooves was a senior at Belmont University in Nashville, where she majored in social work. As the investigation is still underway, the shooter's motives are still unclear.
Social media threats made against a local middle school called for extra security this week. A Snapchat video on Saturday showed an adult threatening to shoot the school. The video showed someone shooting the back of the school with a BB gun from a home in the neighborhood nearby. This investigation is still ongoing, and anyone with more information is urged to contact Metro Police.
Just when we thought the flu was winding down, it strikes again. Flu deaths in the valley have increased. Southern Nevada Health District updates flu death number to 48 this season. The district says 42 out of 48 deaths were people over the age of 50. Nationally, in Clark County, the flu season peaked in early February with influenza A, but beginning in March, influenza B was more commonly reported at this time last year. There were 13 flu deaths.
Yesterday, Families United for Justice continued their fundraiser through the Force Trajectory team here on campus. Families United for Justice is a growing nationwide coalition for families impacted by police violence. Money is fundraised to send 75 family members affected by police violence to Oakland, California for the second annual National Network Gathering. The second annual National Network Gathering will be able to help families meet and bond with each other, participate in relevant workshops like legal support and healing practices. The Force Trajectory team were at the Free Speech Zone to advertise about the fundraiser. Families United for Justice has set up a GoFundMe to support, donate, and share the fundraiser. Visit gofundme.com/FU4J Southwest. For more information, you can find it at fu4jnetwork.org.
A prom proposal in Florida goes all wrong. CNN reporter John Rogers has the story.
The weekend, this post appeared on social media. A Riverview student, whom we are not identifying, asked a girl to prom with this message: "If I was black, I'd be picking cotton, but I'm white, so I'm picking you."
We've been knowing him since freshman year. Yeah. I never thought he would say something like that, but...
Erin Williams shared the post that has since gone viral. She and other students are outraged.
But I think it was something that he thought was going to be funny, but it's not.
The Sarasota County School District is now investigating. Officials have spoken with the teen and his parents. Today, school officials held a meeting with Riverview students about this issue, and the district announced it will team up with the NAACP to host student roundtable discussions in the coming days. A spokesperson said, quote, "Although this message is one student's opinion, we take the matter of racial relations and school safety seriously."
I just want people to learn, just really think about what you say, because it has effects on other people.
Students don't want riots, and they say this doesn't reflect on the school as a whole. They hope this starts a conversation.
So this is a good thing to talk about, because you have to recognize something to change it, and then you have to keep it that way.
It is uplifting to see high school officials take extensive measures to prevent racial instances or other racial acts to happen again.
Our crime for the past week is as follows. An office was burglarized in Hospitality Hall after being left open and unattended, office number 255. A student's dark gray MacBook Air 86 gigabytes was stolen from the technology building after being left unsecured and unattended in room 108. Lastly, a report of open and gross lewdness was reported over the weekend. An African-American male grabbed and fondled a student by the MPE building. The latest update on that was that the suspect was arrested.
Coming up, we will see what Marisol has for our weather.
And we'll check out some sports coverage here in the Valley. We'll be right back.
As far as Studio G, at first it looks overwhelming, and at first it looks like it's a lot of work, but I'll tell you what, it's the most beneficial class I've had at UNLV to date, without a doubt. you get to not only develop stories and work on your interviewing skills, your editing skills, and your shooting skills from a camera perspective, you get to work on all the equipment that's in the studio. So you're working on audio, you're working on directing, tech directing. You get to produce your own show. You can take a 30-minute newscast and make it your own. And that's really cool about Studio G. Like I said, a lot of it seems overwhelming at first, but it is by far the best class I've taken at UNLV since I've been here.
Good afternoon, Rebels. For today, we are looking at a high of 92 and a low of 69, mostly sunny. So for today's picture of the day, I chose the Mount Charleston hiking trail, and I kind of wanted to suggest everyone to go out and just enjoy the beautiful weather. It's currently getting warmer, so on the weekend or even in the mornings, take a friend and just go hiking. For our 5-day forecast, we're looking at Tuesday with a high of 92, low of 69. Wednesday is a high of 93, a low of 69. Thursday, 97, low of 72. And Friday, high of 95, low 66. And Saturday, 89. Just be a little bit cautious on Saturday of the wind. It will get pretty high. For the Valley, we're looking at Centennial with 88, Summerlin at 92, Las Vegas at 92, Southern Highlands at 91, Green Valley at 92, Boulder City at 90, Henderson at 92, Nellis at 91. So it's kind of time to bring out your sunglasses. It's getting warm, so suggestion. For the weather here on campus right now, it's at 91, mostly sunny. Wind at 10 miles per hour, humidity at 12%. And for tonight, it's going to be clear skies, 5 miles per hour, humidity. It's the perfect time to start prepping for all those finals that we all have coming up pretty soon. And for our national forecast, all the East Coast is currently suffering from rain. So for all those baseball teams playing, their weather's not going to be so great. For the West Coast, we have currently sunny skies, so just appreciate it. Go out, go to the beach, go hiking, do a lot of things, guys. Back to the desk, the weather desk.
We have a new Golden Knights fan in town, and she cannot be missed. The replica of Lady Liberty has been transformed into a Golden Knights fan. The Statue of Liberty is outside of the New York Hotel and Casino. She received the update to her wardrobe with her giant Golden Knights jersey about a week ago. The jumbo jersey took 400 hours to make. The jersey itself weighs 600 pounds. Lady Liberty's brand new jersey took a crews a full morning to put up. The Golden Knights are the Pacific Division champions and will face the San Jose Sharks in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Fans and tourists cannot miss the giant jersey on Lady Liberty. Be sure to snag a picture of her before the playoffs are over. Let's go Knights.
One UNLV student athlete received a surprise of a lifetime at practice. Last week, here is a glimpse into the big moment for UNLV football player Amir Aziz.
Dylan, who's a master of illusion at Bally's, has got a little trick for us, right? Not trick, something to kind of show us. So we're fired up to have the man over here helping us out today.
Got one of my most difficult stunts to perform for you right now. This is a straight jacket, but I need some help from somebody, and I need somebody big. Let's see. No, you know what? This guy right here. Yeah. Is that your name, Aziz? Yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm Farrell. I'm going to explain to you all exactly what I'm doing as I attempt to escape from this straight jacket. Right, now the next thing I need to do is get one of my arms out of the sleeve. There we go. I've got to get the jacket up over my head. Now normally this would be the easiest part. It's like escaping from a sweatshirt. But since I have this ridiculous contraption, it eliminates my eyesight for merely a second. So if I come flying at you, I'm sorry. And Aziz, thank you so much. Stay right here because I got one more thing for you. Okay. You're next, Aziz. I know this is really creepy right now, but this is Las Vegas. And I got something for you.
I got something for you too. No. What is this? It's my name. All right.
Pull it off my shirt.
Your shirt?
Yep. You're right to pull off my shirt.
Rip it off.
Yep.
That's for you. I'm going to take a step back.
Oh, no, no.
No!
What does this mean to you?
Honestly, this means the world. I get to spend an extra year with my brothers. You know, I don't have to worry about bills. This is honestly been a blessing from God, you know. I love this team. I love my coaches. I love God, you know.
A surprise not many students get to have, but when they do, it's a great feeling. Congratulations to Amir.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will sit down with entrepreneur and creative director Nagam Zainuddin.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam, and I host Sunday Evening Jazz on the rebelhd2.com.
My goal is to be an on-air personality, and that's what my career is. It feels really incredible because I've been wanting to do something like this for my whole entire life since I was little.
I mean, it's an opportunity to express myself, get my voice out in public, and get heard for things that I feel strongly about.
This station helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of information I didn't know about a radio station in general.
I mean, it was really easy to get a show here. I took the classes and did the shadowing. They give you a lot of freedom to do what you like, and I feel like there's a lot of support in places you can get answers to.
It's just an incredible experience because I could take what I learned here and I could turn it into something more.
Welcome back. I'm sitting with creative director and entrepreneur Nagam Zainuddin. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So starting off, can we learn more about your journey as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, sure. So I actually started at a very young age. At the age of 16, I knew what I wanted to do, and as soon as I was able to get a job, I got a job. And then I got a better job at the age of 18, worked at a bank for about 5 years. During working there, I knew that I wanted to be in the fashion industry before a certain age, and I basically saved up and started working on it at the age of 19. I launched my business before the age of 21, and then 2 years after that, thankfully I was able to quit my corporate job, and now I just do that full time.
That's amazing, especially at such a young age. And tell us what you're currently working on, because I know you're still at UNLV with your education and handling businesses as well. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's definitely tough handling. So we have 2 e-commerce businesses that we manage, and I graduate in May. So I'm very excited about that, but I'm taking 6 classes, so it's very tough trying to juggle that with managing 2 businesses. But hopefully once I have my bachelor's degree out of the way, I can focus more on expanding the business.
And can you tell us more about those businesses that you're running?
Yeah, definitely. So I manage 2 e-commerce businesses. I'm a big fan of e-commerce, and we also have a brick and mortar store, a hair salon. So one of the e-commerce is a clothing business called BeMarvelous.com, and then the other one is a hair care line called EleganceHairCare.com. So the clothing business, it caters for women between the ages of 18 to 34, and the EleganceHairCare.com, it's our hair care line. We have a private label hair care line, and we also sell other hair care products on the website.
And can you tell us more about how you went with starting Be Marvelous and more about Elegance as well?
Yeah, so I basically did a lot of research. You know, I had a vision that I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this online. So basically anywhere where I felt stuck or I wasn't sure of how to do something or how to go about certain things, I just opened up Google, typed in my question, and then You know, all the information, all the resources is out there for you guys. So that's literally what I did. And I gathered all that information and put it to work.
How long did it take to start Be Marvelous?
So because I was still in school and I had a corporate job, it did take me about 1.5 years. And I was 19, you know, I didn't know, nobody told me like how things work or what to do. So I literally took some time and just researched things. I did a lot of trial and error, which I recommend, you know, and then through there you really learn a lot. And yeah, here we are.
And obviously managing your own businesses isn't easy. So what advice do you have to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so I would say for anybody that's interested in working for their own or having their own business, you know, start with what your passion is. I luckily knew from a very young age that I wanted to be in the fashion industry, so I knew my passion. But for a lot of people, they don't know what that passion is, and I feel like college is a great time to explore that and just try new things, and you never know, you might find something that you enjoy with trying those new things out. So start with passion and then just have a clear vision of what it is that you want to do and just work after it, work hard, and never doubt yourself. If you think it's possible, it definitely is. You just have to put the time and effort in.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we really valued your insight as well.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. Studio G will be right back.
I'm Kylie O'Rourke.
Shervin Mushuri.
I'm Langston Carter.
Hi, I'm Holly.
My name is Anna.
My name is Jameson Wilk. Window on the Middle East.
Spinning Indie.
Good News with Holly.
It's Jazz and a Touch of Soul.
It's Latin Nights with Anna.
The Rebel and Revolt Show.
And you can check it out on therebelhd2.com.
The show's name is the Rebel and Revolt Show. Pretty good show about, you know, just someone who will actually talk about UNLV the way an outsider might feel. We talk about current events, we talk about politics, try to take an offensive swing with it. Sometimes it's hit or miss, but and then we talk about, you know, the little things in life that everybody laughs about. And we are the Rebels and we are revolting. My name is Jameson Wilk and I run the Rebel and Revolt Show, and you can tune in at therebelhd2.com.
UNLV hosted its annual Festival of Communities this past weekend. All of the Las Vegas community, multiple organizations and clubs from campus signed up to have booths and sell delicious food from multiple countries. Vendors also sold unique accessories, cultural pins, and clothing. The event is meant to celebrate all the different cultures that can be found here at UNLV. Posters were hung to show the different parts of the world, such as Latin America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Entertainment such as hip-hop dancers, cultural dances, and acrobats. It's nice to see the community come together and appreciate how unique and beautiful everyone's cultures are. The event happens during spring semester. It is a perfect place to bring the family and try new food from countries around the world.
Ever been curious about how to get started with fantasy football? Well, our reporter, Diana Zainadine, gives us some tips from a fantasy football fanatic.
The Fantasy Football World Championship took place at the Palms Casino Resort. Things were done a little differently this year, in which drafting occurred at fantasy suites, including the Hardwood Suite, One-Story Sky Villa, and the G Suite. This high-stakes league includes competitions in which participants select imaginary teams from among the players in a league and score points according to the actual performance of their players. Regan Weber, a fantasy football fanatic, shows us how you can get started with fantasy football.
You really just have to be a fan of the NFL. And the easiest way is to jump in on ESPN, the app, ESPN Fantasy Football or Yahoo Fantasy Football. And it'll walk you through the draft. And you just need like between 10 to, I think they even have like 20 team leagues. So you just, you draft your players round by round. Some leagues do like the auction style. But either way, all you have to do is just follow the game. And like the big name players are usually the guys to go with. But there's also, the hidden gems for sure. So, doing your homework pays off.
In February of 2017, Kimra Schleicher was awarded $150,000 for being the first female world champ. Fueled with persistence, Schleicher recorded the most points in her individual league on her way to a 9-4 regular season record.
The most I've ever spent was $20, but all my friends, they play in like $100 leagues, so the pot will be like, close to, who even knows, like thousands of dollars. So, but yeah, I haven't ever played in those. I'll play in Draft Duel and FanDuel and DraftKings sometimes. I won't do more than like $5-10, but yeah, some guys go hard. They'll drop like $500 to get in. So who even knows? Mostly rookie running backs. They stay healthy longer and they get force-fed the ball a little bit too. So good things to count on for fantasy is production, and they're going to get the opportunity for it.
There's a new hotel in the Maldives, straight out of science fiction. It's called the Muraka, or Coral in the Maldives, local language. The property, under construction by Conrad Maldives Rangali Island, is a 2-story hotel villa, part of which is submerged 16.4 feet underwater. It comes with a gym, a bar, an infinity pool, an open-facing bathtub, and a bedroom where guests can view the Indian Ocean from the surface below. The hotel should be finished by November of 2018.
With the semester quickly coming to an end, out-of-town students are starting to book their flights home. Studies recently have shown that the best times to fly. CNN's Mary Maloney has more.
There are many tall tales about buying flights. Cheapair.com crunched the numbers for its 2018 annual airfare study and found no real difference when you buy the flight, meaning you could find a deal any day of the week. But there is a difference when you fly. You'll find cheaper flights if you travel on a Tuesday or Wednesday. The most expensive day of the week to fly is Sunday. Opting for a Wednesday flight over a Sunday one will save you, on average, $76 per ticket. The study looked at 917 million airfares in more than 8,000 markets and found that for one trip, the price went down, on average, 62 times. That's roughly every 5 days the fare changed by an average of $36. Another finding? Last year, the best time, on average, to buy a flight was 70 days in advance. The study's authors note that fares are flexible, so track fares and buy between 3 weeks and 4 months before your flight to score the best deal. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
In Australia, a family dog saves his family from heartache. He not only protects, but he also finds their 3-year-old lost in acres of land.
Cherry Gully and on top of the world.
The dog came to my feet and I thought, my God, I found the dog. So I yelled out, I found the dog, and the dog led me straight to her.
These photos were taken moments after Aurora Kyle was found. She'd been missing for 15 hours with no food, no water and no shoes. Police and strangers came from across the Southern Downs to search. At 1:30 this morning, it was suspended until sunrise.
You watch SES and police leave and you think, my God, she's out there somewhere in the dark, a 3-year-old baby.
Lost on a property 7 times the size of Monaco, with several dams and one steep woody mountain.
Her uncle was sitting on a stump and he said, I'm trying to think like a 3-year-old and I think she's gone that way.
The opposite direction to rescuers.
I was yelling out to her and I could hear this, yeah. And I said, I need you to say Granby, because that's my name. And she yelled out Granby. And I said, we've got her. Oh my God, we've got her.
Aurora heard people calling her name. She saw the searchlights of helicopters.
And the dog kept pulling her towards the lights last night, but she said, I held him and we slept together. So she slept with the dog. She said, I had a good sleep, Granby.
Max became pillow and protector.
Good boy.
For a sleepy little girl in a t-shirt on a 13-degree night, kilometres from home. Max is partially blind and deaf. He's old, 17, 2 years older than the average life expectancy for cattle dogs.
I don't think I'll doubt that dog ever again, because he is a great little dog and great dog.
And now, an honorary police dog. Erin Edwards, 7 News.
That is so incredible that a dog, especially a blind and a deaf dog,
it's an amazing
save
story.
its family.
It's very, very sweet.
Do you have any animals? Do you think it's important?
My family has 9 cats, but no dogs.
Ooh, it's like a cat family, not a cat lady, cat
Yes,
family.
yes. But I've always wanted a dog because they always have like the best senses.
You know, they said
in
dogs
that
can
story.
smell cancer.
I've heard that, yes. And that dog, I mean, even though he's partially blind, he still found a way. But that's all we have for you guys today.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, for more news here on Studio G. Have a great rest of your day, Rebels.